and hopefully this works. This is new for me, this new streaming stuff they've got, so who knows how awful it is or if it works.
You take the ladybug.
Okay, come on, ladybug. We got a ladybug that's invaded the studio here.
Good luck, man. Those are good luck.
I
Yes,
know.
they
so
are,
neither one of us
right?
want to kill it, so
We're not going to squash it. We're just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of coronas, did you catch the virus this weekend?
I just kind of sort of in going through the whole where have I been and what have I done.
Come on, ladybug. I
This-
got a ladybug that's invaded the studio here.
I don't know where
Man, those are good luck.
this
I
video
know, they are.
sound is
Neither one
coming
of us
from.
want to kill it, so we're not going to.
That's not good. All right.
Ooh, we might have some audio stuff to piece through here.
Oh wait, I think we figured it out. Are we better?
Oh, yeah, I think that's better. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
All right, sorry
use
about
your
that.
end.
I think I-
You clicked on the link, which is about 6 to 8 seconds behind. Got it.
That's pretty awesome, though. That's pretty awesome because it's like if you say something witty, then 8 seconds later I can be like, "Haha, remember when I said that?"
Have you
Yeah,
seen?
it's great, man.
Have you seen
Yeah.
those? What is it? Those things that make you just talk in complete garble because it plays back in your ears what you said like a quarter second ago, and
I've heard of those, but I do not have one.
it
Unfortunately,
seems freaky. Like people are like, hey man, I mean they can't. It's the funniest thing to watch.
I can't believe any of the people that sit at a desk and do any of these like hosting shows or announcing or whatever can hear a producer in their ear and still concentrate on what they're trying to say.
Oh yeah, I guess it's got to be like 99% ignore it until they're crash in turn 2 or so, whatever it is.
Until they just tell you that you're about to be fired, and then you're like, "Oh, what?
Yeah, what did I do?"
Yeah.
So I think
the one minor experience I have with that was years ago when we were doing that. I forget what exactly we called it, the sideshow at Texas Motor Speedway, back when Speed was around, and we had to do myself and Orange Cone and Midi Chad and NASCAR Wonka. We actually went. We were on the show on Speed during their one of their pre-race shows, and they had this setup where it's like, okay, we're gonna give you guys a mic pack, and your right ear is the director, and the left ear is sound from the stage. And we're like, okay, all right, 5-4, we're live. And I mean, I did not know which way was up. I don't know how you discern from one ear to the other. I was a complete nightmare. I could not have been worse. So you're absolutely correct.
I want to see some. I don't know what it would be, but something with those and the beer goggles. Like if you put on the
Some combination of the two.
Put on the beer goggles. Put on the.
Oh, and then
can't
you have to
speak
listen to
anymore
someone tell you where to
Or no,
drive.
you listen to yourself talk, and now you have to work out a puzzle or something, and just be crashing into things, going.
Beer goggles in an escape room might be pretty funny.
Oh my gosh! Well, I think
Just
I
have,
do
like,
that every escape
Just have
room
like
I've
one
done,
guy that like has the beer goggles on.
Yeah.
So Dizzy Bat Race just isn't enough for you.
We did dizzy bowling one time, and
Dizzy bowling's tough.
I'm not sure that I've laughed that hard in my entire life.
I don't think I've wrecked harder
I was going to
than
say
that in my life.
Watching Sherwin crash to the floor was just.
Is there recorded evidence of this or no?
No, I think this
we
is-
don't really yank phones out. I don't know. That's not really a thing with our crowd. But the only thing I can say that's good for me is I rarely hit my head on things. So I might have had a hip bruise and a shoulder bruise, but I did not bang my head.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, dizzy bowling. Now, how does that work? Did you have a bat? Do you spin several times
we
and
were
then roll? Or
Close
like,
enough.
Yeah, we were spinning around like that center console thing. It was one of them fancy ones that has like the stalk that comes up with the small screen on it. So we would just go around that 5 times and then bowl. And holy mackerel, it's watching somebody else try to do it. Even the people who are trying to be a little bit serious about it, like you see them take those 2 or 3 steps up, start lean into the side, lean back the other side, take 2 steps, fall, the ball goes backwards, foul.
Yeah, I could see you getting a strike, but maybe like 3 or 4 lanes over.
Right,
Yes.
right. It's about how it
Yeah,
works.
that or you end up in the grease. I'm pretty sure I ended up in the grease.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, sir, we ready to get going?
Why not?
Casm knows how we
Absolutely.
do this thing, so
We're going to disappear for like 90 seconds, maybe not quite that long, but...
Oh, yeah, while we do this thing.
But if you talk, it'll be on the recording, so just keep that in mind.
I'll behave.
Oh, whatever you want to do. All right, we are recording now.
Get it.
Welcome, yo! That's right. This is the Pregame Engineer Tailgate Mayor Racing Podcast, episode number 233. It's Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020. I'm Tailgate Mayor Rusty Wallace. I'm in the PETM Podcast studio with Pregame Engineer Andrew Sherwin. What's up, dude?
Woo! We usually try to bring the funny, but I think our guests might be doing a better job of that than us.
That's going to be for sure. We're real excited to have him. We'll bring him on here in a moment. Before then, y'all know what the deal is. This podcast is sponsored by you. That's right. You go to patreon.com/PTM, join the What You Drink Club for as little as $1 a month, get some free koozies and stickers. Best part is every cent this year we're donating to sponsoring drivers again. So join the PTM posse today. Be a part of the sport you love. This week's show brought to you by our official sponsors at that $5 and up per month level. Here we go. Aaron Bearden, Robert Keplinger, Colby McClain, Eric Kepner, Ryan Kiefer, Patrick Cleary, Jeff Brown, Brendan Corral, Kathleen McDonald, Stacey Wright, Brandon Carl, Rika Porter, John Bob Les Miller, Julie Bosley, John Pearson, Eddie Grizz III, Younger Motorsports, David Mullins, Patrick Johnson, Brett Morris, Crystal Smoke, Fred Rosado, Chad Knapp, Stacey Coleman, Matthew Camper, Lisa Chinana, Rick Houston, Sarah, and Barry, Evan Roller, and Brad Harrison. Woo! Woo! Made it. Oh, man. The rare one-breather. I think that's 2 weeks in a row, Sherwin, so I'm pretty proud of myself on that.
I'm trying very hard not to constantly laugh at this picture that we put up for NASCAR Casm.
Yeah, it's his Twitter avatar. Well,
I mean that's on you,
since we
Casm, but
since we buried the lead, I got to give him the intro at least. You know?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. He is the gangster of love. He's the renegade of funk, the eye of the tiger. He's sipping on gin and juice. He's on Twitter at NASCAR Casm. What's up, Casm?
How are we doing there, pregame tailgate? How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing fantastic
very good,
tonight.
Very good.
Yep, we got a great guest on. He'll be on in about 15 minutes. And
yeah, I was going to say, who was that? Yeah.
Casm, what are you drinking on tonight?
Well, as I explained when I was messaging you guys earlier, I've got I'm battling through a kind of sort of a debilitating disease right now, which WebMD tells me is called the common cold. And so, first off, I would really appreciate your praise in that I'm battling this and that I'm playing through the pain and still, agreeing to be on the podcast and everything, because it really, really takes quite a bit. And like I said, I deserve some adulation for that.
Oh,
but
yeah, all heart.
I'm drinking what would be only described as a Pamplemousse La Croix.
Ah, there you go.
Is that a pint glass filled with NyQuil? Is that what that is?
No,
well, it is literally
that will be later. I cannot wait. The problem I have is that, I don't want to be knocked out with NyQuil, but I don't want to be wide awake with DayQuil. We need something in between the two. We need mid-quill, where it's just kind of takes the edge off, but if you want to be able to, stand up without falling over, you can.
So happy hour quill.
Yeah.
Happy hour quill.
Happy hour quill.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think they call it pot.
I think so.
Oh, well, speaking of drugs, no. Yeah, we will show our adulation with the big check that we've put in the mail. It should arrive shortly, so
that's certificate time too, isn't it?
If it hadn't been already,
I don't know.
If it's not the PhD episode. He's definitely a PhD card carrying member.
Unless he failed his dissertation, I think we're there.
I think we're there. I asked who did I ask last time? Was it? I asked him where in his bedroom was he going to put the PTM PhD certificate. Was it going to be at the end of the footboard so you could see it while you're sitting there at night, or on the headboard so everybody sees it when they walk in. So,
and he said he was going to put it on the ceiling so he could just keep constantly looking at it.
Right next to the mirrors. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, what I'll do is I'll put it right next to. I'll hang it right next to my journalism degree, because actually, your PhD, in all honesty, got me way more than that journalism degree. So so that's what we'll be doing.
Well, right on. Well, Casm, we don't talk politics on the show, but we do talk partying a bit. So how are you celebrating the Super Tuesday that we have going on?
Super Tuesday. Well, like I said, I spent most of the day kind of doing working on content for .com, but also passing out for an hour at a time. And I didn't. I mean, it doesn't feel that super to me, does it? I mean, does it feel that super to you, really?
It was a long day for me. I don't know about super. I'm super happy to be doing something. Well,
we didn't vote here in Georgia today,
No,
I didn't see any.
No, we don't.
Indicate.
Georgia doesn't do it till later.
Yeah, we're one of the late states to give it a go.
Yeah. And we have that. Yeah. We have that cool thing or weird thing or whatever you want to call it, where you have to like declare your allegiance. But you don't have to have any proof that that's what your allegiance is. So you get to you either get to troll the other side or whatever you want to do.
Oh, sure. So just like going to the track and buying the shirt of somebody you don't like.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just for the fun of it.
Well, the problem is
absolutely.
Just a tip, just to see how it feels.
Well, here's the thing. What if they then win the race, right? And then now you're the idiot with the shirt, and you're like, wait, I was doing this ironically, and everybody's like, well, no, you voted for the guy, you got the shirt, so you got to own it.
Well, that speaks to one of my favorite jokes of our friends over at Well Read. We're like, rednecks don't understand irony. Oh, isn't it ironic? Well, no wonder I didn't get it.
Well, besides that, and obviously battling with your sickness, of course, we got the coronavirus going around. Are you prepared? Did you stock up on anything? Because it feels like I can't hardly buy anything at the store right now. It's worse than when it snows right now at the store.
Oh, they're fresh out of milk sandwiches?
Milk sandwiches and then the weird stuff, like
the face masky thingy.
Face masks and like beans and stuff. Just weird.
Yeah.
You can't find a Lysol or whatever. What is that stuff? Lysol?
There's
hand sanitizer stuff?
Yeah. There's an international market near me called Super H Mart, and they have like 500-pound bags of rice. They're out of rice. Like, you can't get rice. If you eat rice, no rice for you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow. It's so unlike us to panic about stuff like that. It really is. Over in our household, we haven't really stocked up all that much. My wife she's a physician assistant, which is kind of like a nurse practitioner, basically. And so she, is able to keep me calm and kind of use logic and reason on the entire matter and so on. So we're actually pretty relaxed. We got a whole bunch of hand sanitizer, several bottles of mezcal. We got the, I guess the provisions that you would really, really need.
Right.
Yeah.
But to your point, I mean, the other day I had to go to Lowe's for something, and for the hell of it, I'm like, I'm just going to walk past this aisle, and I did. And of course, there's absolutely in the workman's safety section.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely nothing left. And I'm like, what about people like who actually have sanding work or staining work that they actually need to do? Those people are so screwed.
Right, and I mean, like, they're buying up all the knee pads and all the helmets.
Exactly.
What are we doing here?
Like, so if I can't get they're probably just grabbing whatever else they can find in that aisle. Like you said, if I can't get a mask, then by God, I'm going to get these shoe covers. That'll protect me. Yes.
I read an article that said beans, bullets, and Band-Aids, and I thought, you know what? There is nothing more redneck than stocking up on bullets at any. It's Super Tuesday. I need some bullets. It's Mardi Gras. I need some bullets. Like, it feels like, well, coronavirus. Let's see. Bullets. Might be like,
maybe I can shoot the virus. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
They're not really easy to see.
Yeah. Did we think there's some zombie?
Like it? Yeah. Is it a zombie virus? We're dealing with?
It's kind of. I think those are the same people who shoot guns into hurricanes.
You know what? Those are my people.
You know what? There's a great gif of a dude like shooting guns into like a hurricane.
Exactly.
Which,
Yep.
I mean,
I'm not going to blame those. Those are my people right there. You know,
Yeah.
you shoot. You're getting it for the virus. I'll look at you sideways. But if you want to shoot into a hurricane, hey, more power to you. I was reading an article on how to make homemade hand sanitizer, since apparently there was a run on it at the store. Casm, what's your recipe for homemade hand sanitizer? I'm sure you got a good one.
Honestly, I just dump Bacardi 151 on my hands.
Okay. Yep.
do you
straight up
then set them on
Scott
fire
does
or
that.
just lick it off?
Yeah, exactly. That's all you got to. And actually, I was thinking about this today. You know, in a few months when everybody's inevitably, walking around in full hazmat suits and protective masks and goggles and so on and so forth, like this is going to be basically the ideal time to be a meth cook, because you can just like, hey, sweet, I can walk around in my usual work gear.
Right.
You
can walk
it's
around
like,
in
hey,
that.
it's sweet. I can just roll into Lowe's as is. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, you can buy all the bleach and turpentine, and
You will be unsuspected.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
totally, man. So like I said, you got to look at the positives.
That's a good point, and I, you know what? That sounds like a business venture right now. Capitalize, I guess, is the
No.
point
That's merely something that popped up when the NyQuil hit.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was reading. It was something like, rubbing alcohol and aloe is. They were just saying, yeah, just mix those together. I'm like, I guess that's close, but that seems weird. It seems like it's one of those things. It seems like from the outside, yeah, that probably ought to work. And then some chemist somewhere is going to be like, no, dude, that causes explosions and toxic fumes and all this stuff.
Well, the thing about isopropyl is it's not flammable, which is good. And aloe has oil in it, so that might help it like actually stay on and not completely evaporate, because isopropyl evaporates very quickly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
So nerd just showed up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Captain Buzzkill has entered the room.
Wow, excellent! I didn't know it was on The Big Bang Theory. That's awesome. All right.
Oh man, you know what?
Right.
Finally,
Yeah. No, I mean, at this point of severe panic, you could come up with anything and put it out there on the internet. You could say that like if you mix paint thinner with relish, that works perfectly.
I hope somebody mixes paint thinner with relish and paints their entire body with it.
Yes, exactly.
I would
you
laugh.
can do that too. Yeah.
Not just regular relish, so that relish that's like mustard and relish mixed together.
Oh yeah. The like.
What is that stuff called?
Oh shoot! Yeah,
There's a word for it.
I didn't know that existed. That must be like
yeah, we have it down here down south.
Chow chow.
Yeah.
And I know there's
chow chow. That's what it is.
Maw, and there's something.
Chow chow.
Yeah.
So we have that down here in the South because we actually know that hot dogs aren't sandwiches, and most of us prefer mustard on our hot dogs. So you can kill two birds with one stone if you just get chow chow.
We'll talk about NASCAR, I'm sure, at some point in this thing, but.
Is this a NASCAR show?
The only other thing that caught my eye today on the news is that NASA has announced they are taking applications right now for folks who want to go to the moon and want to go to Mars. So are y'all in, or are you in for both? Which one is it?
I'm in for the moon.
You're going.
Yeah, Mars. I think. I don't know if there's enough necessarily Netflix to get you through that trip.
6.5 months, something like that.
Or something. Or now they don't have to like put you into some sort of weird suspended animation type thing like they did in the like Interstellar, did they?
I hope not, because that always ends in horror flicks, right?
The way I understand it is most of the technical stuff about the travel to and from Mars in the movie Mars with Matt Damon was pretty close to what is accurate. Oh. Now being there is a different ballgame. They just made all that crap up. But because obviously we haven't built any structures there. But in terms of how long it might take to get there, I think they got that mostly right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know. And you know what's the only way we've really got to Mars so far is like shoot big balloons at it. You're like
robots. We shoot robots at it.
Yeah,
missiles.
And so we bomb Mars. Like you're gonna be all right. Here's what we're gonna do. This is why Cletus is gonna be on this.
Right?
We're gonna strap you to this rocket. It's gonna shoot out these balloons, and you're going just, you'll bounce around a little bit. You get out, and hey, Mars, it's all yours. You can claim it. How many acres?
40 and a Mars mule.
Count me in, sign me up. I guess it was that other one, that space elevator thing, right? Where it came down and hovered, and then let the robot down from that, and then flew off or whatever.
Yeah, it's like at Pluto now.
Yeah. I'm not.
Which apparently isn't a planet anymore, and it was like 3 times, and then it's now not.
I'm not like one of those fake moon landing people or nothing, but the first time I heard that's what they were going to do to go to Mars, like, all right, once again, Cletus, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have this one guy, or this one spaceship comes in, and it's just going to hover there, and we're going to lower down the robot on a pole or something. Like, are you kidding me? And then they say, oh, yeah, that's what we did. We totally did it. Here's some pictures after we did it. And I'm like, after, huh? Like, I ain't seen the proof yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's nobody else up there to take any pictures.
Right. How'd that thing got there? Y'all just shot balloons at it again and tried to make it sound fancy, didn't you?
Yeah.
So, anyway. Fellas, let's talk NASCAR. We're going to tear it down.
You're not done with science?
Is this a racing podcast?
It is a racing podcast.
Wait a minute. I mean, I figured Neil deGrasse Tyson's going to be on any time now to continue.
Put him on the list of like way high up the list of people we would love to have. And I'm sure he could talk intelligently about NASCAR because he knows about everything.
Right?
Damn right he does.
Right? Fellas, the most prestigious award that you can win on a weekly basis here in the PTM podcast is
the fart horn.
The foghorn, the fart horn, whatever you want to call it. Sherwin, you called it. Bowman with the win.
Crushed it.
How'd you pull that one out?
I don't know. It was a very educated guess based on his performance at Vegas.
Okay. So, well done. Casm, what do you think? Bowman with the win. Showing some Hendrick, I guess Hendrick doing a little flexing right now with Bowman, Johnson, Chase. They're all in the top 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how, I think a few years back after basically when he was kind of sort of the poster boy for terrible luck, suddenly Martin Truex Jr., like it reaches a point where people are like, oh gosh, Truex Jr. won again. And you got to wonder right now, like, with the Chevy, apparently the new Camaro providing the returns that it is, and Bowman, winning this week. And like you said, like in the previous week, if, cautions and pit calls aside, worked out in their favor, I mean, that could have been another win. Are y'all ready? Are y'all prepared for the domination of Alex Bowman?
I don't know if we're prepared for the domination of Alex Bowman, but I really liked what I saw and heard Ricky Craven say earlier on one of the the daily shows, that if you set Ford as the bar, because Ford hasn't really wavered that much in the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. But Toyota has gone way up, Chevy went way down. But if you set the bar at Ford as like that's the median performance, Chevy right now is above that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so does that mean they're back? We've raced 3 times, and one of them was a crapshoot. So, and then one of them had a ridiculous caution. So, I don't know if it's going to be Bowman or if it's going to be Chase or, I think all 4 of their cars might win. They're all there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Blaney should be 3-0 right now, by the way.
No kidding. 3-0 is absolutely right.
I said that bad luck moniker just gets passed around from time to time. Like I said, it was bad luck Bowman, then it was bad luck Truex. Bad luck Blaney might be, who knows? Maybe that will be the new nickname for Ryan, and he will be bad luck Blaney. And just imagine all the, all the girls who probably would not at all want to console him, like after a race with horrible bad luck like he's been having.
So what's the opposite of the golden horseshoe? Because
the opposite of the golden horseshoe. I don't know. I guess you would have to have a sad trombone shoved up there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Poop color. Yeah. Wah.
Exactly.
What was I going to say? I mean, so Blaney is first in points right now, if points ever mattered anymore.
Yep.
Here's one for you. Bowman wins, and is there anything that gives you more red cred than getting a commemorative tattoo of your win?
I don't think so. I think he has to do it. And, you know, I mean, if you think about it, really, my gosh, you know, there's probably so few people in NASCAR race fans who have a tattoo of an 88. You know, those are probably so rare amongst like the entire NASCAR community. I bet nobody has one at all.
They're probably really
first time. Yeah.
Is really just like the couple of people that are like Michael Irvin fans. Really, those are the only ones.
Yes, exactly.
I gotta imagine if you walk into a tattoo shop in North Carolina, like they got a menu like at McDonald's. You're just like, give me the number 2, and that's gonna be 88. You know, what flavor do you want a biggie size it or whatever?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they got the entire binder full of designs ready. They're like, I need an 88. Okay, here you go. What do you want? Do you want the eagle surrounding it? You know, do you want, what do you want exactly? You know, they got all the templates. They got all the designs ready.
Eagle America.
Well, he's from Phoenix, so he probably needs like a cactus behind it or something.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
We got the templates. It's just like a clip art. You just keep pasting them on top of each other.
Yes, exactly. It's a graphic design is my passion kind of situation. So, but you have to do. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, with this new younger crowd, regrettable tattoos are kind of the thing now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No regrets and no regrets.
That's a good point.
And I mean, that's a good news. Is it's really hard to misspell a number. So, you know, if you go to a tattoo artist who somehow misspells the number 88, then it's your fault for not checking Yelp.
Yeah, that.
And he said on his neck too, right? Like,
oh, really? On the neck?
That's what he originally said the bet was, but he never believed it happened, I guess. So
yeah, no neck. That's got to be a back shoulder deal.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, didn't Austin Dillon get one?
Maybe
he was like,
inside forearm is kind of cool now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can long sleeve it if you need to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Keep going.
No, I was going to say I have one small one on the inside forearm and then one kind of on the upper back area. Those are good places for them because, like, if you want to show them off, hey, short sleeve shirt. If you don't, long sleeve shirt. You know, it's a pretty practical place to get it done. So, yeah. But, I mean, the thing being the big difference between Austin Dillon and Alex Bowman, I don't think Alex Bowman is going to be, like, rip-roaring drunk when he, like, wanders into some, like, shady Daytona Beach tattoo parlor and say, you know, hey, mark up my ass.
Yeah,
give me a 6-inch 3 on my arse.
I want the Panama City license plate. Put it there.
Exactly.
Like, right on the right cheek, just slap it on there.
Now that said,
exactly.
You were saying show it off. You know, you can easily show it off, but you can easily hide it. I'm telling you, get it right there on your butt, and hey, can I see your tattoo? Yeah, boom, and just
well, you can. You can just show everybody your ass whenever they ask.
Time. I'm in.
Sure,
that is like, kind of fun, actually.
You asked. Yeah.
So
an 8 on one side and an 8 on the other.
Oh, I like it.
That's what it should be. Then it'll be like 808.
Well, so that's the only problem you'd run into there.
818, then it becomes an 808, depending on situation. Anyway, fellas, what do the Big Lebowski, Pulp Fiction, and Truex's Radio at Fontana all have in common?
The rug really tied the room.
I don't know. I was going to say, like, if you air them on TV, they're all like a half-second long.
Yes.
No kidding.
Lots of bleeps.
I felt the frustration and the give-upness in the bleep guy. Like, you kind of heard, like, oh, he got the first one, he got the second one, and then it was just this, I don't even care anymore.
I wonder if the producer looked over to the guy that's clipping that audio and is like, how quickly can you do this? And he's like, there aren't any words.
What do you want?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that one is.
Like,
but
how do
go.
I mean, thank God it's digital audio and not a tape, but still.
Yeah. Exactly. Boy, he was mad, man. And, you know, I couldn't quite pick up on the broadcast or see what those other guys were necessarily doing that warranted such a reaction. But, you know, I know people were saying, like, oh, he's whining, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, no, I mean, if he's got the right to be pissed off. You know, I'm not the one in the car driving at 200 miles an hour. If he thinks they did something and he wants to be pissed, he can be. And that provides us content. So by all means, Martin, you know, if you want to like walk out of the racetrack with a crap list longer than a CBS receipt, then awesome. I mean,
Well,
that's what we love. We like drivers pissed off at each other.
Well, never mind the fact that like Stenhouse and Hamlin apparently traded cars this past week.
Yes, that was a little weird. That was a little odd. It's kind of strange how what is it, 2 straight weeks basically, where when it comes to JGR, like Truex is kind of the lone, I guess, bright spot, as it were, and like the other 3 are still kind of trying to figure things out, I guess. And I mean, obviously Kyle was able to make do and come up with a pretty good finish, considering the move to the back and all that. But yeah, really so far it's been like Truex and everybody else, and I mean, and unfortunately Truex's finishes aren't really indicative of how good he's been running. But oh well.
Well, I mean, we all talk about karma mostly as a goof, but hey, man, why don't you pass inspection and actually make a qualifying lap?
Yeah.
There's that too. We'll round out Fontana with Jimmy, who, Sherwin, I think you texted to me. I didn't verify, so whatever it is. But
no, this is 100%.
100% has finished every lap he's ever run at Fontana. Impressive.
Yeah, he's finished on the lead lap at every single race he ever ran at Fontana.
That's amazing.
That really is. That really, it's like
5,906.
I don't think many people know this, but boy, Jimmy Johnson's good.
As it turns
He
out.
does not suck.
That might finally be the thing where it's like, I know that probably the committee has been teetering on his induction into the Hall of Fame. Like, should we put him in? Should we not? But after finishing every lap in his career at Fontana, I think that's finally the thing that'll put him over the hump.
That's the one.
Yes.
See, I think if you're a Jimmy Johnson fan, now knowing that you're going to have to hang up your Jimmy Johnson stuff, or you don't have to. Junior fans certainly don't do that. Or Earnhardt fans, senior, but I would have a sign like maybe in my bathroom or in my hall that says Jimmy Johnson, big lettering, small lettering, didn't suck.
Didn't suck.
Exactly.
He did just fine. Yeah,
we're trying to every big name that retires, we do our best. We try to send them a retirement gift. Like with Dale Jr., we sent him that Redskins blazer.
Oh yeah.
That we're pretty certain he probably threw into the dumpster at Junior Motorsports on the way out. But it's a thought that counts. And but for Jimmy Johnson, we had this idea. What we're going to do is for his retirement gift, we're going to send him a plaque, just kind of sort of like a cheap plaque from Things Remembered or somewhere like that. And it's going to say Jimmy Johnson, and we're going to misspell it with Jimmy with a Y.
Right.
And underneath it's going to be one-time Xfinity Series winner. That's all it's going to say.
Love it. That's perfect.
Yeah, because and just something original, But in all honesty, everything that the track did for Jimmy and like having the family and everything waving the green flag. I mean, I'm practically dead inside, but even I thought that was wonderful. Just seeing the kids waving at Dad as he's taking the green flag and everything.
And
that was
four
cool.
wide behind him. Yeah. And I think you would post it. I present to you the 06 through 2010.
That was funny.
Hey, that's basically it, man. That's
perfect.
A microcosm right there. It's Jimmy and everybody else.
Right.
And if I got to add a suggestion on the one Xfinity race win, or if you want to call it Busch, because that's what it was then. The picture of him at Watkins Glen on his roof when he's like, "I'm not dead."
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was an odd reaction. Yep.
Fellas, we got to talk about the lug nuts. We got the single lug tire design coming.
We're going to talk about nuts.
That's right. What do we think? So, here's the thing: is when I guess 10 years ago or however long it's been now. You're talking to F1 fans and other fans, and, I'm sitting here going, well, in NASCAR, we have, we just have these simple machines that do simple things, and it's a carbureted engine that we still have. Well, we went to fuel injector. Okay, well, all right. Well, at least, we got 5 lug nuts on there, just like you change on your home tire. It ain't, some F1 thing. And now we got, the single lug nut. Oh, okay, well, so I got to find something else to talk about there. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I feel like there's plenty of vitriol, and that's what I feed off of, really, is not my reaction, but everyone else's, that I can just kind of go, yes, I love how stressed this makes you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, suddenly, out of nowhere, the 5 lug nut aficionados came out of the woodwork. I didn't realize there were so many. I really didn't, And for me, it's more of an aesthetic thing, to be honest. And and just kind of sort of looking at comparisons people have done on Twitter. The next gen car. It's looking way more like a showroom model. And in more looking at it, I don't necessarily. It's like, does it look like it? Yeah. Okay, then I don't necessarily care. How many lug nuts it takes to attach the tire. And what I was more intrigued by, and what I was having fun with at the time of the announcement, was going through Twitter and finding people who actually thought that we were still going to use 5 tire studs, but just attach a lug nut to one of them. Like there were one or two.
Just drill it right into the hub.
Oh no! Yes, there's going to be 5 studs, but you're only putting one on.
5 studs, and it'll be like, but teams will only be allowed to affix a lug nut to 1 stud per tire. That's the rule.
Oh man! Well, Jimmy Johnson's got 3 laps on his tires. He's going to bring it in because he's got a vibration.
I don't know what.
Exactly. And now it's like and this will really, I think. I guess be a true testament of skill to tire changers, because I guess it's easy in a pit stop to accidentally fail to hit one of the lug nuts or not get one all the way. But now if you're a tire changer and you're like crew chief, I missed a lug nut. Which one? The one.
Okay. I missed it.
Just the
and I'm
the one that's the size of a donut.
Yeah, I got distracted.
And there's no good way. Let's say later on they have a tire vibration because they didn't put it on all the way. Like, it's not like you had one job, right?
Yeah,
explicitly there was one job to do here, and you didn't get it. So that's going to be tough.
Well, and not to nerd out too much here, just because I know a little bit about metallurgical science. If you don't tighten one of those, they will not get up to speed. That wheel will break before they even make one lap.
Sure.
Really?
Because aluminum is that brittle.
Okay.
So this is going to get interesting.
So we'll know.
Right.
Beast at Beast1624 on Twitter asked us about this topic. He brought up something that I thought was interesting, and I'll call it would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Would you rather have all these 20 lug nuts that are tiny flying around at the end of a pit stop, or 4 gigantic baseball-sized lugs that are now flying around? Like, which one is better? I don't know.
How many tires are we going to tell? They run over the regular lugs now, and you remember when it used to rip rubber off? It's probably been 10 years, but now that they shoot them across, and every now and again we get a fire, and everybody's like, woo!
Right.
But what happens when you run over something, to your point, that's no kidding, the size of one of those powder, the bags of powdered donuts we get that are delicious? It's right. Big.
Yeah.
It's huge.
That's one hell of a size comparison you just made right there. I never thought of that.
Well, we think in terms of food here.
Okay, it all comes down to Hostess, everything.
Yes, Hostess.
Right.
Yeah, I'm right.
With the mostest.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of. Yeah. That thing's going to be a lot larger, a lot more. So I'm trying to think, at the end of the race, you
are they going to start wearing flak jackets because that thing might fly off and hit them, or?
Well, and at the end of the race, how they're just giving them all away. Now it's more of a commodity, right?
Well, we'll be more of a, used to I remember Jeff Burton was the one I remember very specifically. It was take one, leave a quarter.
Oh yeah,
or whatever, and most people did. I mean, we didn't take them, but most people would put a quarter in there when they take one.
Right.
Oh yeah, I mean that was commonplace. So like you said, be walking up and down pit road after a race, and they were just all sitting out. Right there, by pit road, you could just come by with a broom, grab however many you wanted, and I don't know how this changes. I don't even know. Do they have to be glued, or is this new nut going to be somehow attached already? Because y'all remember going to the racetrack and seeing that one guy at every pit stall gluing the nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, so glued nuts kind of suck depending on what you're talking about, but
yeah.
I would say they're probably are going to have some sort of magnetic mechanism within the gun that they will just fit it and then stick it. and not be messing with the glue. That's my guess.
Okay, all right. I'll take your word for it. Again, I don't. To be not shock you, but I'm not really that high on the hierarchy over at NASCAR. I don't get a lot of the technical bulletins, so I don't know how this works.
And what type of glue would you have to use too? Because I mean, you can't just use the regular.
Well, if you look at the shape of that wheel, there's nowhere to glue it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Because it's beveled.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
I think what it's gonna be just like your home DeWalt, where the screw actually wants to stick. To the bit.
So does that mean the tire changer has to carry two with him?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think I think you'll have one of those Velcro or sticky deals or whatever where he'll do the rights and then he'll pull one off and stick it in there and then
okay.
They're gonna have a ton of time because they're not changing.
So what happens when he loses one?
He'll probably have two. I mean,
2 or 4.
I don't know if you've seen this or not, but these guys now.
Oh yeah,
they have two.
Extras.
They have 3 of them stuck to their wrist.
For the helmet,
But again, we're talking about baseball size, right? You gotta
they are big.
Around all these
but the thing is, we're still using the same fuel system, which means that it's fuel that's going to determine when they actually leave the pit.
I thought.
I
thought that'll be.
I don't know how much shorter they're going to be necessarily. And, especially early on when they're still trying to get used to the process and all that. But, if it does wind up to a situation where, okay, hurry up, fuel man. Come on, let's go. If that's going to be the new thing, I don't really know. But, hey, more time for everything else,
Is this the end of the 2-tire stop?
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know, man. No, I guess technically, it's all relative, right? If everybody's got one nut, for every tire, then
you really only need just the one,
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right.
No, but you're not wrong because it's a difference between probably 2.5 gallons and 4 gallons, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
So it makes that strategy different.
Right. If you need the gas anyway.
Yeah, that'll be really exciting. The first few races where everybody just keeps up whining, being short on fuel. That'll be great because it'll be instinct. It'll be, hey, okay, tires are done. Drop the jack. Oh, hey, wait, I didn't get as much in as I, usually did. So sweet, everybody's going to be short on fuel. Awesome.
That's what we want. Fuel mileage. Everybody run out of gas.
Yeah.
Fellas, Chip Ganassi not amused by the video of Hamlin rear-ending Larson in the shopping cart. Rusty here, very amused by said video. Fellas,
I thought the action itself was humorous. I understand why Chip was pissed.
Yeah, I guess the guy who actually pays for the car could. I understand how Denny maybe making light of that might rub him the wrong way. I don't really know, but like I said, this the issue is very simple. Race car drivers from different teams have to stop going grocery shopping together. They absolutely must. This is
well. How about who is the jackass holding the phone, videotaping it, and then going, "Yeah, this is a great thing for us to put on Twitter."
I think it was fantastic. I enjoyed every moment of that video.
I would have enjoyed it more if Kyle had whooped his cart around and just crashed Denny up headlong.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, I guess the true, what we'll kind of sort of learn how it all works out is if here next week at Phoenix, Kyle Larson winds up dumping Denny, and then they go to Fresh Time or wherever that week. It's like, will Denny find it funny if Kyle runs into the back of him?
Right. Right.
Turnabout is fair play.
That would be turnabout's fair play.
No bueno, Carlos. Yeah. I'm wondering, this shed new light to me on post race activities. Is this common for them to all be at the grocery store at the same time after a race? I thought it was strange that it existed in the first place.
I think that Denny and Larson kind of.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
They're buddies. They play golf all the time. It is
and
what
I think when they're on that West Coast swing, they're stocking up the motor coach for the next stop, basically. So, I guess it would be common, but yeah, again, drivers going to the grocery shop, going grocery shopping together, that absolutely must be stopped right now.
Well, what's weird to me is that what do? They'll get on a jet and fly, 400 miles to go to some sponsor event and then jet back. This is how they're spending their time, and then they have time to go to the grocery. I just figured they had somebody who did that. Is
I think most of them don't come all the way back to Charlotte for this particular travel period.
Yeah.
So they're probably somewhere in Glendale or Scottsdale, and they're just goofing off and not even thinking about it, and stocking up like Casm said, stocking up the motor coach for the rest of the week, and they're going to play golf all week, and that's just that.
Right. Poor fellas.
But, I mean, I wouldn't go back either necessarily. So just stay out there.
The Bounty Part 2, Chase, Larson, and Eric Jones enter the mix. So with Jones just announcing, I think earlier today, that he's got a car with Billy Ballou and James Finch. I mean, those are some serious names right there. I love it. So I don't know. You think? Do you think they stand a chance, Casm?
Honestly, I don't. I really don't. I'm glad people are trying it, and I'm glad that people are having fun with it. They're like way interested. Oh, I want to give this a go. I want to give this a try. But like kind of I don't know. It just seems to be like a one-off deal. When you haven't run a truck in forever, versus Kyle Busch is in his own equipment, who, obviously that is good stuff. I just don't see anybody beating him. And I believe at which point, if no one defeats him, then all the money goes to the Kyle and Samantha's Bundle of Joy Fund, which is a really, really good thing. But I just if I were a betting man, which I am, I would say Kyle defeats everybody.
You're taking the field. It's like every 6 years with Kentucky basketball. Like
yes,
exactly. I'll take I'll take them over the field.
Yeah. I mean, and what's weird is, we've been following the sport long enough. We've been around enough to think, you remember, back in 10, 11, maybe 12, if I told you, 8 years from now, Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch's kids will be playing together on a playground, and Kevin Harvick will be on Twitter defending Kyle Busch. That Kevin Harvick punched through Kyle Busch's window when the car was still moving. It's like
that was Darlington.
It's just
we were there.
Weird.
Yeah, that's
that was that whole thing where he hit him in the back and Harvick had left it in gear, so the car started up and took off and ran into the pit wall.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good troll. I like that one.
Yeah, that was a little surreal. And going rewinding a little bit, the replay showed that Denny got into the back of Kyle, but it was started because Harvick got into the back of Denny, kind of a chain reaction. It's like, wow, who knew that Harvick liked to shove people into things like that? Wow, other than Brad Keselowski.
There's
like to shove people into trouble.
I like how other sports are very much, you'll get banned from the sport forever if you're betting on it. But here we are in NASCAR, and it's like $50,000 if anybody can beat Kyle Busch. Oh, I'll match that. Like I'd like to see more of this in betting. Make this stuff public. Like, this week, Kurt Busch put $50,000 on him beating somebody else. I love it. Let's have that.
Oh, exactly. Like that one episode of The Office where they just spend the entire day wagering on stuff. I'm for it. Matt DiBenedetto out there. Like I can pick up 2 of these tires and run the length of the pit road without having to stop. Stuff like that.
Oh, I bet he could do that.
I think he probably could. Yeah.
Did you know he works out?
I think I heard that he works out.
Yeah.
I'm not
every now and then.
Sure.
He doesn't talk about it a lot.
No.
Right.
Nobody would ever really know, really.
Exactly. Yeah, totally.
Not even looking at
it. Post more semi-naked pictures of himself with barbells in his hand.
Well, speaking of hard knock lives from before, Chase Elliott signing with Iconic Brands as the Hooters Spirits brand ambassador. I don't know what that means. I guess it's a new
liquor.
Hooters their own line now. I tell you, every time I see you see Chase Elliott, in some sort of ad or picture with flanked by 3 Hooters waitresses on either side, it's like, boy, that guy's got a tough job. Right. I feel real bad for him.
Well, yeah. Now he's got Hooters. He's got Hooters restaurant brands, and he's got Hooters liquor. That guy's winning at stuff.
is it Hooters? Is it like hard liquor, or are they getting into the spiked seltzer game like everybody else is?
No, it's like vodka right now.
Oh, wow. All right.
I didn't pick up on that. I thought it was like their Hooters spirit, like, hey, the spirit of Hooters.
No, spirits, plural.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shoot.
Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
How'd you like to be 23 and have a liquor sponsorship?
I have not found a picture of him with those Hooters girls, though, yet that he knows how to, like,
appropriately
like,
caress
Yeah,
them.
yeah. He's like, where do I put my hands on every photo that I see?
He needs to just ask Clint Boyer how to do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh, my God. What? And this is totally going off on a tangent, but, like when we're doing stuff for .com or whatever, it frequently requires going deep into photo archives. And I don't remember what it was for, but there's this really great picture, probably from about 9, 10, or 11, where it's Boyer and Dale Jr. and Truex, and there's two, like, bikini models sitting in front of them. And I will find this and I will send it to you, because, like, the three drivers in the back have this complete look of, I don't know what to say to them. Or it's like, no one's looking at us anyway. It is the greatest picture, and that's what I'm searching for right now.
Okay, so I got an anecdotal story. I'm going to steal from Door Bumper Clear from yesterday. Freddie Kraft and Spotter Brett went to Hooters, and they beat Clint there. He was supposed to meet him there on Friday. They were going to go have a couple beers and eat wings. But Clint was late. So Brett and Freddie talked the waitress, the server, into saying, just take Clint's order and then go away and then come back and ask him if he's Clint. And then they gave her something to say that I'm just going to say it just like I've done before because it's way too funny not to. So she said, "Are you Clint?" And he's like, "Yeah, how you doing?" She goes, "How the fuck did you win a poll?"
I remember that
Just
one. I remember
crushed
that.
it.
Yep,
Wow.
that was so well done. Like the one time Clint Boyer was ever speechless.
Right, exactly.
No
That's
kidding.
what Freddie said. He's like, that's the only time I ever said Clint couldn't even say a word.
Sure enough, here's a picture of Chase Elliott pouring him a glass, and a healthy glass at that, of Hooters whiskey.
Oh, it's whiskey.
They've got a ton of stuff. They got vodka, gin, rum, dark rum, light rum, tequila silver, tequila gold, American whiskey, and look out, cinnamon whiskey.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy,
There's only one way to drink
they
that.
found my heart.
That's in way too many shots in one night form.
if we mention them enough, I mean, chances are you guys might get a few free samples. We just got to keep talking about it.
There we go.
Well,
we'll
hey.
sit here and talk about Hooters. That's fine.
Hooters Incorporated is in Atlanta. Just
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they still have something in Clearwater, but the big one is in Atlanta.
It was started by Georgia Tech guys, I believe. Isn't that right?
I don't know the answer to that. I know they started down in Clearwater.
It was either-
or Fort Lauderdale.
It was
one
either
of
Georgia
those.
Tech guys or it was our fraternity, like people in our fraternity. One of those two. There's a tie somewhere. In
Well,
there.
so Robert Brooks, who started Naturally Fresh and used to be like the president of Hooters, lived in Fayetteville when he died. I mean, it's been a while. It's been probably 15 years, but he, Hooters guy lived in the town that I grew up in.
What? Not Georgia Tech.
They might have been Teagues. Who
That idea
knows?
came out of a fraternity.
Yeah,
That seems the more likely candidate right now, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, very much.
Here's what we're going to do now.
What we're gonna do now is
Hooters holds a special place. I don't know about y'all, but like my family went to Hooters when I was growing up. Like we just go there for wings on a random night. And I got later on into high school and college and stuff and finding girls who were like, Hooters, that's disgusting. I can't believe you. I'm like, I never thought about it that way. It was just like, well, here's a restaurant, and they got really hot girls.
they're wearing clothes.
Yeah.
I don't.
They're wearing
No.
barely clothes, but it was interesting to, I don't know, hear that other side. It's something I don't know. I just grew up totally oblivious to the fact that
It happens. It's
Yeah.
part of it.
yeah. And I guess later on in high school, the Hooters, from what I heard, was a place that didn't really check IDs for people. I heard about that, and so
You didn't really engage in it.
no,
but you just heard
I
about.
wouldn't
You
do
just
nothing
heard
like that.
about it.
No,
yeah.
no.
Because we're good. We don't break the law really at all.
No. Wouldn't do that.
Oh, never.
I did. So here's my claim to fame. I beat a Hooters girl at a hula hoop competition one time.
See, I hope nobody clips that out.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That was my thought too.
Go for it. That's my 15 minutes. I had it.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I knew how to hula hoop, and
No, I meant I beat a Hooters girl.
oh,
and then
jeez, that
clip.
part. That part. No.
This fun sideways.
I beat the absolute slop out of this Hooters girl
At
hula hooping. Yeah.
If we were any more popular, somebody would do that. Thankfully, we're not.
Is beating a Hooters waitress at hula hooping, is that any more difficult than dizzy bowling?
Well, I would say it took a little more skill.
Okay.
For whatever reason, like I said, at 14 or whatever age I was skilled at hula hooping, and I don't know why. It wasn't like I practiced after school every day for 2 hours. No, with my dad screaming at me, "You better hula that hoop," or whatever you do. No. But
I remember, hoop coach.
So they had us hula hoop for like 1 minute, and everybody else failed, and it's just me and the hula hoop girl, or and the Hooters girl, and they're like, "All right, stick one hand down next to your side and hula hoop like that." And so we did that, and she's doing great, and I'm doing fine. And so now stick your other hand next to you. So you're doing this, but it was working out because you can kind of cheat and push your
push it
up a
up.
little bit. Yeah. But the Hooters girl didn't know this, evidently. Like she had.
Well, she's working at Hooters.
I was like, "Is this your first?
Sorry, y'all.
Is this your first hula hoop competition? Come on!" So then they told us get down on your knees with both your arms next to you, and that's when she lost it. And Rusty was the champion of hula hoop at the Hooters.
Well, I don't know that you would ever want to write that out in a manuscript.
Sure.
You would need to have all that enthusiasm with which you said get down on your knees.
Right. So I knew that was part of this. So, oh man,
this is what you get,
Rusty.
This is the PTM Racing Podcast.
Well into the ditch.
Yes,
fellas. Speaking of the ditch, I am sorry to report that Cracker Barrel has been very silent on Twitter lasely. I don't know if they heard that we've resurrected their meme or whatever.
Maybe they're too busy trying to re-sign Brad's wife.
Maybe so. Casm, have you heard about this?
No, I have not.
Dude.
This is all you, dude.
Oh, you got to get on this.
Okay.
3 years ago, somebody, his wife got fired from Cracker Barrel, and he posted on Facebook, "My wife worked for 11 years of service with Cracker Barrel. Why did you fire my wife?" And they never responded or anything. And he went to bed and woke up the next morning, and it was an internet sensation. It went crazy, evidently. I didn't know about this till a few weeks ago. Well, fast forward 3 years later, and if you go on right now, if you go on to Cracker Barrel's Twitter handle, and you click on any one of their tweets, the first response will always be about this guy named Brad. It will be about Brad's wife. Every one of them. Just click. He's doing it. He's looking right now. Just click the very first one. What does the first one say?
Hold on. Yum smells like home to us.
Yep.
Would be better if Brad's wife made it. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. Oh, man.
This has been going for 3 years. Click any one of them. It doesn't matter. You know what?
Wow.
You're going to be up till 1 a.m. tonight going, these PTM boys have...
Shoot, I mean, well, I'm sick already, but I would have to take NyQuil anyways just to keep myself away from doing this. This is quite a rabbit hole.
It's a gold mine. Absolutely. But yeah, Cracker Barrel has been silent on Twitter for a little while, so no new updates. We'll keep everybody posted should something new come up. But some of them are gold. I mean, just like, hey, we got chicken fingers. Brad's wife made the best chicken fingers. Like, hey, wow. We've been around for 50 years, 11 years of service with Brad's wife. Like, I mean, this
is some serious dedication to the craft here. Wow.
Completely ruined.
We knew you'd like this.
Oh, boy. Wow. Oh my God. You know what actually I have here in the office? My wife got me one of those golf tee games on the table.
Okay.
And it's a great deal of reminder of how stupid you are. It just tells you. It's like every day, try it. It's like, nope, you're an ignoramus.
I was going to say ignoramus. That's the only time I've seen that word or used it was, dadgummit, I'm ignoramus again.
Exactly.
It's like going first in tic-tac-toe and losing. Like, it's just not a thing.
I'll tell you what, I I have watched the videos. I have tried it. I have for 1 minute of my life, beat it knowing how to do it and completely lose it every time.
Oh yeah, I have lost too.
And
it's
what's embarrassing is you go to the Cracker Barrel and they have that little game and you're like, oh yeah, watch this because you think you remember how it was and you end up with like 5 sticks left and there's like only one way to do that, right?
Yeah,
right.
You remember the way to lose bad, but you don't remember the way to win.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You can bad luck yourself into that one, but I can't get the other side. Anyway,
yeah, exactly. I have countless college records that can tell me how stupid I am. I don't need a table game at Cracker Barrel to do the same.
Yeah, right. Oh man. Well, last one.
I mean, it's like I can look how I had to take finite math twice to pass. That is story problems for grown adults, and I had to take it twice. Like, I don't need you, stupid golf tee game, telling me I'm stupid.
I like how they called it finite math too. Like,
Which one is
there
finite
is there
math?
infinite math somewhere? Is that another class you can take?
I'm sure there is. I think it's finite because there's a at that point you have a finite amount of potential.
Hey, I took Calc 3 times before I got a B. So hey,
Hey,
Really?
once for each time.
Yeah.
Calc 1, 2, 3. Got it.
1, 2, 3.
Last stat that can't be a stat. We had the good one earlier. Jamie Johnson finishing every lap at Fontana. How about right now? Daniel Suarez and Christopher Bell are behind Ryan Newman in the standings.
That's not good, really.
That's
Yeah.
As it were.
yeah. I feel like I can make the joke since Ryan's fishing and playing with kids and stuff.
He
now,
damn sure caught some fish.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It feels like 2 races later, and you're like, well, still behind Newman. That's a tough one.
I sincerely, genuinely, wholly want Daniel Suarez to be doing good.
Yes.
I want him to be running well.
Totally
and
agree.
Like this whole thing with the 96, it seems like it came together way late. It just came, and like they've just been kind of sort of behind the whole time. And so, I will forever be a Daniel fan, a Staniel. I will stand Daniel. But the other one, the Levine, that kind of surprises me. That's they got the new what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sick. I can't remember. I'm on sedatives. Technical Alliance.
Oh yeah.
With Toyota.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Well,
that's a little bit surprising, but hey, yeah, good for Ryan. Good to see him fishing out there. Fishing is by far the best therapy, unless you're the fish.
Fair point.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Fellas, let's go ahead and gas it up. It's off to there it is. Off to Phoenix. Casm, what are you looking forward to in this race?
The new package, the new short track package, man. I'm seeing pictures of that. Really, really the opposite of a giant ass spoiler. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And like we've said, conventional wisdom in previous years has said, well, put your money on either Kyle Busch or Harvick. With the way things are going, the way things are trending, I don't know if that's going to be the case anymore. Really, JGR is not quite where it usually is, and I'm gonna go on record as saying I think Bowman's going to go back to back.
Booyah! Well, he's already made the pick. Here it is, Bowman back to back.
Damn.
His home state, I guess. He's from Tucson. Is that right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So there it is. The homer. Coming up with the W in Phoenix. You know what, Sherwin, I think what I'm looking forward to the most is the fact that it is still another week until the Atlanta race, so we can improve on our weather temperature situation for one more week.
One more week.
It's very nice to not be in mid-February, freezing cold, and trying to do the race. So, very happy about that. Sherwin, what are you looking forward to?
In terms of this race at Phoenix?
Yes, sir.
I don't know that I could say a whole lot different than Casm. I'm excited to see that NASCAR made the decision that we're going to run the short track package.
Yeah.
We're going to give them 750 horses. We're going to take some downforce off of it. And, hey, find a place to run on this racetrack because it's a wide one.
Mm-hmm.
Fellas, last week, Sherwin, you picked Bowman, finished first. Mason picked Kyle Busch, finished second. Old Rusty picked Truex, who finished 14th. So,
it's not a bad average, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, one of those. It's kind of like how
if you played that in Phoenix, you just are in fantasy. You just scored pretty good.
That's like how Wayne Gretzky and his brother hold the record for most goals for a sibling in.
Oh yeah, it's like
hockey.
Richard Petty and his brother.
Yeah,
201 wins, by God.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, I'll be the brother. I'll be the odd man out. You know what? I gotta go hard on this one because I think I've lost every race so far. So I'm gonna go with Harvick.
Harvick,
Sir.
Mm.
Yep.
all right, I like it. I think it's a good pick. He's doesn't suck there at all, really.
Yep.
That's pretty safe. You know, he certainly know. I was about to use one of my least favorite cliches. He knows his way around that place, which is 4 lefts. But
that's a good one.
yeah, no, he's certainly a good pick. But one of my fond memories, the one time I went to Phoenix, I got to do a ride along with Boyer.
Oh boy,
actually, and got to
man.
now. Granted, you know, the ride along cars don't have the speed that the actual stock cars do, obviously, but. You know, he went up on the banking and then slammed it down. It's like, oh my God, what that does to your coccyx is insane.
Huh.
You know, coming off the banking and the dog leg and just slamming down right there. It's like, ow, how do you guys do this every lap? My gosh.
Every lap, all the way around. You know, knowing their way around the racetrack, not impressive. If you told me like he knows his way around in IKEA, I'd be like, damn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy's got it. He's got his stuff together. Sherwin, you're up.
well, Casm stole my pick. So.
Look out.
I didn't steal it. I mean, we can both agree.
No,
that ain't no
that's
fun.
not how this works.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you want me to unpick, I can, so you can pick him, and then I can.
No.
It's in stone now. We've got the guy over there
we're-
that's already chiseled the thing. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Blaney.
Young Ryan Blaney.
YRB.
There it is. So
Yep.
Bowman, Harvick, Blaney, solid picks right there. Looking forward to that race, the new package, everything else. With that, y'all, I think it is time to shut it down. So, Casm, tell the folks where they can find you and what's coming up next. Where are you going next?
I don't actually know where I'm going next. Next up for me is trying to get over what whatever sort of hell virus this is. But you can follow me on the Twitter at NASCAR Casm, and I'm obviously not contributing for stuff on NASCAR.com. We just filed something today. We did a compare-contrast Alex Bowman now versus Alex Bowman then. It was a very, very intricate, heavy research project. And so, I mean, if you look at Bowman where he is now compared to, do you remember fire extinguisher Alex Bowman?
Fire extinguisher.
Not really.
Oh, no.
The situation in Loudon the one time where his car caught fire and he hopped out, and the fire truck showed up, and one of the safety workers jumps out with the fire extinguisher.
Oh, yeah, and just ate a bucket of shit.
Yeah, trips getting out of there. His fire extinguisher goes everywhere, and Alex just throws his arms up. It was kind of sort of the embodiment of bad luck Bowman back then.
Again.
This guy who, nowadays everyone thought it was his rookie season a couple years ago, completely forgetting that he had a full-time Cup ride prior to that.
For like 3 years.
Because that prior, I guess, full-time Cup ride, he probably would want people to forget about anyways. That whole BK Racing, Tommy Baldwin Racing era.
I'm going to look up that video right after this.
It's hilarious.
Just throw up your arms in disgust. Like, go figure. Why not?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and have that. Just let it blow up. Who cares?
His reaction actually makes that. Dude
Yeah.
just eats a bucket, and then he's like, what the?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
it's just so much one of those, like, considering my luck, this might as well have happened.
Casm, we love you. Thank you for being on the show. We're going to wind this thing down. As always, y'all know where to find us. PTMpodcast.com, at PTM Podcast on the Twitter handle. As always, I'm Rusty at Tailgate Mayor.
And we're at PETM Podcast on Instagram. I'm Pregame Engineer on Twitter, and Andrew L. Sherwin on the Instagram.
Y'all, we've had a blast. Hope y'all had some fun, too. A little bit of laughs, a little bit of learn. The way we do it.
Lots of laughs, a little bit learned.
Can't wait to talk to y'all next week.
A little
and
full, a lot of sap.
We'll be previewing Atlanta Motor Speedway. Woo-woo! Awesome. We'll talk to y'all then. See ya.
Still there?
Yes, I am.
All right, we are still live on the YouTube, but that will bookend the show there. Thanks a lot for being on, man.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me. Sorry, I'm a little spacey from cold medicine here,
I
but
think it all
appreciate
worked
you
out.
putting up with all that.
All worked out perfect.
No apologies necessary. It worked out just fine.
Yeah.
Good.
Let me do the IT stuff here.
So
Yeah.
Make sure I don't lose any of that recording.
If you check the PETM DMs right now, I sent 2 links. One is the aforementioned picture of Boyer, Dale, and Truex of the bikini models. The other is a link to that awesome moment with Alex Bowman at Loudon.
Oh, sweet. I cannot wait to take a look and watch that one. I love it. Oh, man.
I remember it now. I just didn't remember Bowman was the one that was the driver.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely beyond hilarious.
That's straight up. I feel like that's my style, too. It's just, I can get frustrated, and if it's going to be like that, I'll just go ahead. Just go ahead. Oh, man. Love it. Well, man, get well soon. We don't want to keep you forever. I know it's getting late. Well, it's only 9:15 where you're at, right?
No, it's actually 10:16.
Okay. So that's...
we got the weird
that's
Indiana
right.
has weird time zone lines where basically the northwest corner is on Chicago time, an hour behind. The rest of us are an hour ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Indiana's one of the weird, like
too.
There's 3 or 4 states that are just straight up do something different.
Yep,
So.
that's us.
There it is.
Yes.
All right, man. Well, appreciate it very much. Get some rest. Thanks
All right,
for being
thank
on.
you guys. Appreciate it.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you,
Hopefully
bud.
we'll see you soon.
You too, man.
All right. See ya.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Folks, there we go. In the books. PTM 233. We're getting it saved down and everything here, and then I'll...
Cat's up for a game. Roger posted a picture of that stupid golf tee game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Well, here's the picture.
Oh no, I gotta watch it with you.
Okay.
This is a must. You're gonna laugh your ass off.
All right, so the picture is the 2 bikini babes, and then there's Clint Boyer and Junior and other Junior.
I think Junior probably knows what to do, but maybe the other 2 don't.
I think Boyer's
just like, whatever, dude.
Yep, I'm in. All right. Alex Bowman, New Hampshire. Here we go. We got to watch this. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's on super fire. He gets out. I'll turn it down. There we go. So there he is, and he's like, hey, my car's on fire. Here they come. He's perfectly framed. Dude eats it. There it is. What the hell? And walks off. Just exits frame. I'm out of here. Oh, man. That is funny. Wow. That's my new favorite thing, y'all. Let's actually see. I'll post it in the comments section. And if you're on right now, you can see it there. Let's see. Posted. There we go.
Eats a bucket.
Oh, man. I love it.
Oh, he was super on fire, too.
Oh, man. Ooh, log in. Okay.
He's like getting out, and they're like probably telling him over the radio, not on the radio. He wouldn't know he hooked up anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, you going to put this out or what? And this guy's like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I don't got it.
Yeah. Well, folks, this was the first time trying out YouTube's new ordeal. Hopefully it all looks good and maybe seamless to everybody. But,
it
that
looked
worked.
like it to me,
Yeah.
but
Good.
what do I know?
Good. All
What
right.
did they change?
It's the software that you use to actually,
Load in the stuff.
do the streaming. So I had to figure that out early.
Okay.
So, anyway. All right, y'all. We're going to shut her down. The episode will be up shortly on iTunes and everywhere else, so can't wait to see y'all. And we're on Stitcher now. Sherwin last week goes, dude, we got to figure out how to get on Stitcher. And I was like, okay. Oh, looks like we're on Stitcher now.
Yeah. I hear
presses.
everybody talking about it. Next one is Spotify, but I don't know if that's a pay subscription or what. But
Yeah.
I mean, don't do any work now. That's not worth it. But
yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks, y'all.
Apparently, they're trying to, Thanks, y'all.